Okay, I'm going to start this video off by making a bald line. Normally I don't care how the bald line starts off because I'm going to blend it out anyway. As long as I drop it low, I'm fine. Next, I'm going to put my 1 3/4 blade on my clipper and start to cut it down to the waist. Next, I'll grab my Fade Masters and open the lever and start to debulk, making a guideline. Anytime that you debulk, it's going to be easier to fade into. And I'm just going to do this all the way around the head. The reason I'm using a Fade Master blade is because it has a thicker blade. If I were to use a single blade, it would take off too much hair. I just want a little hair taken off at the time. Now I will take my Prod.ALBREY with the lever closed and start to take out the first line. This blade starts with a 5-0 as well, so it's going to be easy to take the line out. The higher I go up, the higher I will open the lever, but I'm going to stay below the guideline. If you do these steps right, it will be so easy to do this fade. You will just have to slap a guard on and the fade will be almost complete. Now I'm just going to go to the other side of the head and do the same steps. Sorry I sped it up a little bit, but if you do one side, you can do the other. Notice I'm not using the whole blade, and I'm not going all the way up with the blade. I'm barely notching. Now I'm going to take my 1/16 guard with the lever closed and start to remove the line that I set earlier. Well, the guideline rather. Now I'm just opening and closing the lever and using a feathering technique. It's no certain way I'm doing this. I'm not doing a close halfway open. I'm just opening and closing it. This technique comes over time, so don't panic. The longer you do it, the easier it'll be. Please pay attention to how I'm going to turn my clippers when I get to the top of the head. I'm turning it sideways and only using the corner of the blade, going against the grain in a flicking motion. Now I'm just going to go to the other side and use the same techniques. I'm not going to speed it up this time because I want you to see different angles of the fade. It's always important to use the corner of that blade and flick. Don't dig, always flick your wrist. Digging will just create more lines, which will make this fade harder to do. Now I'm done fading, I'm going to remove the rest of the hair. Now I'm I'm going to start to line his hairline up. Normally I would start in the middle of the head. I don't even know why I started on the side this time, but I'm just going to work my way from side to side, taking small steps. While lining the head, take the hair that's sticking over the hairline and just grab it and pull down. Now I've placed the pencil on the head. I'm just going to take a sharp pair of trimmers and remove the white line. It's going to make a chalk line, but the thing I'm doing is just taking the hair that's sticking over the pencil, cutting it off. Now I'll just go to the other side of the head and do the same thing. If your trimmers are sharp, you don't want to dig, you just want to barely tap. Now I'm just going to do some polishing up. I'm going to take my trimmers and just get the loose ends off his head. And once I'm done with the trimmers, I'll pick up my close shavers and just go back over it to secure everything. This is the most important part of the haircut, is the polish work. The blend is everything, but it's what you do after you cut the head to make it stand out.